It's 0-1. Here's a swing, and oh man! So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 17 for him on the season, as we are.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right now.
Will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We've played 8 full. So, guys, all 3 of us were treated to a well-played ball game all in all. And what do you say we go ahead and name this fella right here as our tops player of the game?
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Last month, he had a double-digit home run total. He's not going to get cheated when he's at the plate. And when he connects, goodbye, Mr. Baseball.
Ryan Brignoni will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's having a real consistent year. He's got an ERA under 3. Anytime you're doing something like that, you're doing just fine.
Yogi Duncan will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He was a run-producing machine last month, driving in over 30 runs.
Hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Taken high and deep to right. Girard racing back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Yogi Duncan will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Brett Villalobos will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Come on, big guy.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch. Right
Takes
here.
this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on, as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Albert Mize digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Swinging a hard liner to short.
Here you go, make the turn.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping in, Yogi Duncan. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Baby. See it.
Here's the first pitch to him. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box.
Oh, baby, see it, drive it.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece.
Hit hard down the line. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
One pitch. Make it yours. Hey, come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Yogi Duncan will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Girard. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Missions are victorious here. They win it 6-3. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Steve, what do they need to do to get a win in this one? Coming to the plate now, Yogi Duncan, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Hey, stay hot now.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Serrano on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap.
All right, hold it here.
Getting in quickly to the second baseman, so it's runners at the corners now. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
Juan Lopez will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Hey, see it and rip it up there.
Hey, one pitch right here. On out.
Hard hit ball to second.
Run it out,
Take a turn.
Only
Look,
play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game. And they'll tag him out returning to third, and it's a very costly double. Yogi Duncan heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Designated hitter, Yogi Duncan.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
0-1 again, and he's at 100% on first pitch strikes, now in the middle innings of this one. No wonder he's pitched so well.
Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
And that's just a carbon copy of the last pitch, but this time he got him to swing right through it.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Serrano is there, 1 away. Yogi Duncan will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Burgess is there to put this one away, and it takes just 1. In now, Yogi Duncan. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yogi Duncan.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Burgess will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So no runs here, no hits, no errors. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely...
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. In the last 10 games, he's hit 8 home runs. That's a remarkable display of power. Time for these opposing pitchers to try a new approach.
Bryant Vaughn, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, one of the areas where he's fared real well, when he gets into jams, he's able to get out of them. He is not allowed.
Yogi Duncan will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Gerard looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 18 for him on the campaign, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
We got two.
Todd Arias will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Come on, big guy. Get yourself right here.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Duncan moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go on to the top of any...
Hey, wait for a good one and drive and hop.
Yogi Duncan stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, he jumped all over a first pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
Hey, see it deep and drive. What do you say?
Fly ball to straightaway left. Atkins has a play. And that's the first out of the inning. Todd Arias will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line driver right back up the middle.
Mine.
Thomas is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. Yogi Duncan will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. There's no denying he's been swinging one of the hottest bats on the club, if not the entire league. And he comes through again with his second hit of the ball game. This one for 2 bases.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Albert Mize. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now at the plate, Juan Lopez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. A man on third with 2 down.
Yeah, see it, drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Number 13 is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and
twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
1-1, here it comes.
Hey, we got no one here.
Here's a blooper out toward left center.
Take it here.
Duncan comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
The right fielder, number 5,
Ricky Gerard gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Thomas is there for it, 2 down.
The left fielder.
Jose Perella takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Duncan over to his right, and that's the 3rd out. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. The Missions lead it 5-3.
Hey, let her fly.
Yogi Duncan strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Duncan.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left. His 2nd home run of the game. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This is...
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Fans are final.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole.
Yogi Duncan will dig in now. 1 home run shy of 20 for the season so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far as they move on top 4-0.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now, obviously, this pace won't last, but, man, he is hitting everything in sight.
Digging in to try it again, Yogi Duncan. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, the last time he saw a fastball and hit it pretty well, so we'll see how they work him this time. You can throw him more fastballs, but you better not put it in that location.
Drilled on the ground to short. Hammonds gloves it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the bottom of the second. Yogi Duncan strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch on its way. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. And now time is called here as their pitching coach. Kevin Tennis will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Runners are at first and third with none out.
Let fly. Let's go right here.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Now batting,
Yogi Duncan will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he can come through here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. His second of the game as this lead got even wider.
Oh, and well, you could probably follow the thinking on the mound right there. He's got the bases loaded now. He doesn't want to fall behind, so he's just going to try to get that first one over to start the at-bat to try to get it.
Yogi Duncan will stand in now following the home run, and you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Hey, get your pitch right now.
Come on, big guy.
Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. His third home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Boy, have a night. His third home run of the ball game. I mean, he's absolutely brimming with confidence at the plate. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, this game wasn't exactly a pitcher's duel, but take a look at all the RBIs. He was an absolute menace with runners in scoring position.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. Matt Vasgersian back with the minor league pregame show, counting you down to Double-A Texas League Baseball with tonight's version of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Yogi Duncan is our focus as he comes into this game riding an impressive 20-game hitting streak. Steve, Eric, what have you seen from him lately that's been making him successful, and how long you think he can ride this?
Well, it's really impossible to know how long he can keep this thing rolling, but I will.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders. And with that, here's a look at the...
He was a run-producing machine last month, driving in over 30 runs. He just kept coming through with runners in scoring position, and he found a variety of ways to get it done. That's doing what it takes to help your team win ball games.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Hey, see it drive it. See it drive it.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the top half of inning number.
Hey, let her fly, let her fly.
Now to the plate, Yogi Duncan. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch coming, here it is. And he pops it up, back behind second base. Cabrera is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Yogi Duncan will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's real.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Solo shot to right center. Yogi Duncan leans in, looking to replicate his last at-bat when he launched a solo home run.
Yeah, he jumped all over a first-pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Sheehan moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just the 1 run allowed, but anytime you can give your bullpen a day off, it does nothing but help your club in the long run.
15 hits.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rockhounds come out on top, 11-1. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And please drive home safely.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the Double-A Texas League. Yogi Duncan will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
But gloved by the third baseman for the out. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. Last month, he had a double-digit home run total. He's not going to get cheated when he's at...
Yogi Duncan stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Right off the bat, he had to think he extended that hit streak. Luckily, he's going to have another chance to keep it going.
See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a two-run shot to left center. 24 home runs for him on the season as they move on top 4-0.
Wow, he is proven to be a real nuisance.
At the plate, Yogi Duncan, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Blumenthal is there for it. And that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 5 innings complete. The Rough Riders are out in front. Yogi Duncan is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. First offering on its way. Drilled down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul.
Wait for a good one, huh?
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His 2nd home run of the game. Man take home the hardware. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. Rough Riders stand tall in the saddle. They win it 5-1. So long, everybody.
7 hits. 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Rockhounds, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Matt Vasgersian back with the minor league pregame show, counting you down to AA Texas League Baseball with tonight's version of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Yogi Duncan is in the glow as he's shifting to left field, so we'll see how much, if any, adjusting he'll have to make to his new position. Steve, you were an outfielder during your career. What's your take on this?
Well, you know, Matt, left field isn't one of those positions where you're going to find the great defensive outfielders. In fact, normally you find a guy out there that doesn't really have a strong arm at all, or he probably should be a DH in the American League. You've got to have a guy there that's got a little thump to help out your corner outfield power positions. But I don't think this club would throw him out there if they didn't think he was going to help.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What's this club need to focus on here this evening, Steve?
Well, they're going to have to hit some gappers out there because they are dead last in stolen bases. They can't run. If they're not going to rely on any speed, they really need to get a consistent power production and drive in guys with extra base hits.
Andrew Faulkner, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one.
Hey, come on now, fellas.
Tom Riggin will stand in now, 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have him in my lineup every day. He's had 8 RBIs over his last 10 games. Yesterday was just a little bit of an off day for him.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Duncan on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And that's a good job in that situation. You'd love a base hit, but hey, the bottom line is you've got to produce a run, and he did.
Yogi Duncan will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there,
I love baseball. Emoji red heart.
First pitch on its way.
Here we go.
High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Myers looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Steve?
Well, I think what this team tries to do is string together enough hits where they put crooked numbers on the board in multiple innings. They always are hitting. They've always got guys on base. And
Yogi Duncan is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Rodriguez is there to make the catch, and the home half of the 4th starts with a 1. Miguel Garcia will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rockhounds are out in front, 2-0. Yogi Duncan will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, let her fly right here.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Myers ranging back. And this one is gone. A home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 26 for him on the season, as we are all knotted up at 2.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday. This pace won't...
Ready to take his hacks again, Yogi Duncan, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Well, anytime you can take a fastball like that and hit it dead center, you know you're pretty much on your game. So you got to look for them to try to work him a little bit differently. Get it away from him. Get it down and in. Do something. Throw him some off-speed pitch. You don't want to throw him the same pitch he saw last time.
And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a two-out double.
Oh, man, I tell you, I thought that ball was out of here. And this would have given him a lead, but it's going to wind up hitting off the wall out there. And now just a base hit has the potential to push him out front here.
Hey, big moment. We need you. Here we go.
Robert Katnick digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game.
And, in fact, he'll just look him back to the bag.
Here we go.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. On the ground to the right side.
Right here.
They get to this one deep in the hole. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. Back. Yogi Duncan will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here.
Go, 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 go.
Possible winning run on first, one man away.
Hey, come on, big guy. I need you right now.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Myers is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Miguel Garcia steps in to begin the inning. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Duncan is in pursuit, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Left fielder.
Yogi Duncan comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course.
Duncan.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out.
Here we go.
High in the air out to center field. Myers is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. EK, any thoughts?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in that 6th spot. His on-base percentage is over 400 in the last 10 ball games. Done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
James Juarez is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, this year, his strikeout-to-walk ratio has been outstanding, so look for a lot of strikeouts.
Yogi Duncan gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Riggin racing back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. Yogi Duncan digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
The 0-1 on its way. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Sheehan will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. Yogi Duncan will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting the line drive right back up the middle.
Riggin ranging back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and that is 27 for him on the year as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
He just can't throw that.
Yogi Duncan will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line.
Hey, clutch up right now for it, kid.
Skied into straightaway right. Thomas is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Striding in to start the 9th, Tom Riggin, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. In the air out to straightaway left. Duncan has it in his tracks. 1 out. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely keyed his guys to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rockhounds come out on top, 5-4. Good night, everybody.
They left 20 runners on base. For the Rough Riders, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to...
Yeah. I'm back.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Corpus Christi Hooks. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I'm excited to see if that man hitting 6th can keep it going. He's hit more than 10 home runs in his last 10 games. This has been a historic couple of weeks for him. The display of power that he's been putting on is just mind-boggling.
Drew Sanchez will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Share this with my old friends.
He went into the 7th inning, but wasn't it?
Coming to the plate now, Homer Williams, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Duncan is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. And he'll make it up safely to third.
Watch out to take off on me. He's going to go home.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, you know, they have...
Yogi Duncan into the box here in the top of the 2nd, looking to keep this inning going. High in the air and deep to left center field. Park ranging back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base?
Juan Lopez steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Let's go.
A runner on first with 2 away.
Hey, come on now, big dog.
Skied into straightaway right. Macias moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors,
minor leagues.
And a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Nathan Tabata will stride in. He walked and came around to score his first time. This is popped up, calling for it. Thomas, no trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4 last time around. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Hooks are out in front here, 4-0.
I can't wait till we're going to have to play Altuve when I get to the major league.
Will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Duncan.
Come on, big guy.
Let me see if I can get a...
Hey, wait for a good one and drive and hop.
Hit in the air out to right.
Damn.
Moving under it, Macias. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Yogi Duncan will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Fly ball out toward left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Hooks lead it 5-2. Digging in the switch hitter, Robert Smiley. He drew a walk his first time up.
Please don't let him hit this ball towards me real quick. Oh, Lord.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Duncan is in pursuit, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
God damn it.
That looked like a slider that time, but it was just sort of a cement mixer. It just spun and did nothing.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
Whacked this thing into the gap. No way to run this one down, and he winds up at 2nd.
Here we go. Need you right here.
Yogi Duncan gets another.
I gotta get on base.
He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First offering on its way. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
He beat it.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as any.
Juan Lopez steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
That's taken.
Let's see if I can make it to the Rangers.
A look here at the hits per side here in the late going.
Hey, keep it going. Need you right now.
And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. Nicholas Tharp will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
No one better.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
On the ground to the right side. Oh, what a dive. Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic full of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Good, Robert.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Corpus Christi comes out on top, 9-5. Good night, everybody.
1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 46 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Let's see what Houston doing. Damn. Damn.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball.
If y'all still watching, leave a comment.
And it comes your way next.
So I know that you're still watching.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, we all know they're going to try to hit the ball out of the park. They lead the league in home runs. They have the power to score at any moment.
Yogi Duncan will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So no runs here, no hits. John Lewers will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all.
All right, come on now.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And Nathan Tabata will stand in. And as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. pulled high in the air out to left field. Duncan is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. An inning in the books tonight.
Share it with your friends
here on the show. Yogi Duncan will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
A swing, and he on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Yogi Duncan heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Leading off for Frisco, left fielder.
High and deep to straightaway right. Macias ranging back at the track, the wall, and
home run.
This one ain't coming back.
I'm a beast.
Solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 28 on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
You want to talk about instant offense?
Yogi Duncan will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance.
Trying to get my plug to the Rangers.
Now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
First delivery to him on the way. Shot to third. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Leo Vera will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Duncan will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Yogi Duncan will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. And this pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Come on, man.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go. Hey, drive that pitch. Oh, here we go.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Come on. Let it fly right here.
Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
Come on, big guy. One time. Here you go.
High and deep to right. Macias racing back to the track. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Homer Williams will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
I fucked that up.
So he waited till the ninth inning, but he comes through here. And, guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game.
We won anyway, 8-0.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Y'all think I should get the camera so y'all can watch me play?
Squad. Who's the one to watch, EK? Yogi Duncan will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Macias is there, and he's got it, and it's a first pitch out to begin the second. Digging in to try it again, Yogi Duncan. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort, but hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely. And the screen
27 game hitting
right
streak.
there,
I'll be
as that
beasting.
hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do.
Striding into the box, Albert Mize. He singled his last time up. Runners are at first and third, one away.
Hey, see it deep and dry. What do you say?
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. A play at the plate, and the runner is out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. Juan Lopez stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Smiley on the move, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3.
Let it fly now.
Yogi Duncan will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Fly ball heading for the alley. And that'll get down out there near the wall. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, that's what he's done well all season.
Albert Mize steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. 1 out and a runner on second base. And the runner's breaking for third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
I shouldn't have did that shit.
1 run on 2 base hits, no errors.
That was a fuck up.
Macias will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here.
I didn't think he was going to catch it.
Position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Duncan posts under it, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Yogi Duncan will get a shot here in a bases loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further.
Grand slam, can I?
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Montalvo moves over. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. Striding in to start the 9th, Tom Montalvo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Popped up. Matsumoto is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home. Number 19 will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And they'll get a step closer. It's a sac fly to make it a 3-2 game now.
Well,
that nigga gonna run anyway, stinking bitch.
Miguel Cabrera.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
No errors.
So that'll put a wrap.
Brad Peacock got him bronze. And we 19 and 17. These niggas too. I'm on fire. Thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. But I'm going hard. Tell your friends about my game channel. It's X-rated and X-faded. A lot of cursing going on.
Now
I'm just
from your
being me, though.
exclusive home for minor league baseball and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball. It's the show, and it comes your way.
Yeah, man.
Duncan will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Duncan.
Let the truth be told.
High in the air out to center field. Sheehan shading to his right. One out. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on? So stepping in, number 7, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch.
Come on, baby, one time. Here we go.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh and 1, here it comes.
Come on.
This is in the air out to right field. Myers is there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Yogi Duncan will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time.
Come on, Chief, one time. Here we go.
There we go, kid.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Hit in the air to shallow center. Cabrera ranging into the outfield. Makes the play, 1 away.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it. So he stays with it and pulls it in.
Leading off the inning, Frank Sheehan, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Around first, heading for second now. Around second. He'll try for third. And he is into third with a leadoff triple. Michael Myers steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away.
One down.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Duncan is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Yogi Duncan will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters
I keep hitting these pop-ups
in the decision.
Ikeda is there to put it away, and they couldn't ask for more than a one-pitch out to be. So coming to the plate, Frank Sheehan digs in, needing a 2-out hit to walk this one off.
Okay,
yeah, these are the moments that you just have to love about baseball. This is a big-time duel coming at you right now.
Duncan is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded.
Field, man.
So
That's
they
right
can't
there,
get
shit.
that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 9 can't decide a winner. Yogi Duncan stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
I might end my streak if I don't get this.
See it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Into the seats, 0-1.
I gotta get one.
Come on, big guy, one time. Here you go.
The windup and the 0-1. Sharply hit ball back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. And
I thought I was going to end my streak.
right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Robert Katnick will stand in. He flew out his last time up. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first.
Here we go.
Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left.
Right, I know they're going to give it to him.
Ikeda will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Should be enough to get the job done. And the winning run
I knew they was going to do some whole ass shit.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Today, game 2 of this 4-game set between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. Now, he's hit more than 10 home runs in his last 10 games. This has been a historic couple of weeks for him. The display of power that he's been putting on is just mind-boggling.
Yogi Duncan will stand in now. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
He's going to throw a cutter.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Sing up, babe. Here we go.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Thomas
Could it be?
Moves over.
Could it be? No.
Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. At the plate, Greg Blumenthal, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Duncan has a beat on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. And with that, let's check out how the Rough Riders line up on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put
I'm in the right field.
Defense is
This
going to
nigga Robert Katnick took my number 5 pieces.
Yogi Duncan is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's the ball hit high in the air and fairly deep toward the right field corner. Rodriguez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning. Greg Blumenthal is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat.
2 outs, let's get out of here.
Ready with the 0-2. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Duncan has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left stranded. Yogi Duncan will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball.
That was almost home run.
Drive right back up the middle.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Riggin coasts under it. And that retires the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Steve Cabrera will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Duncan looks up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Yogi Duncan comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Thomas on the move. 1 down.
Come on, man. They finna hold me. Oh, they hold me and killed my streak.
It's something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
Oh, they didn't kill my streak.
We probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon.
If anybody's still watching, let me know.
And the rest of
Send me a
crew.
message or
This
not.
has been a presentation
I might
of
just
MLB
go and cut
The
the
Show.
broadcast
To
off.
find out more, head on over to
keep playing with them, just cut it off.
theshowNation.com. The Rockhounds come out on top, 2-1.
2 errors.
So long, everybody.
They left 12 men on base. For the Rough Riders, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Frisco Rough Riders. Yogi Duncan will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, it wasn't a great game for him yesterday, but I got to tell you, watch out for him in this one. He's been blasting balls over the wall at a ridiculous pace in recent games.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's into center field for another base hit, and trouble's brewing here to start the ball game.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Robert Katnick will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. First and second here with nobody out. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Riggin has a play, and that's the first out of the inning. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's been crushing the ball these last 10 games. In fact, 9 home runs over that span. That's an incredible run.
Brett Villalobos steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Here we go.
Hey, your pitch right here. Let's go.
On the ground up the middle. And this will continue on untouched into center field. Just went right past him. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
And here, I think he's trying to get his hands into position to get rid of this ball quickly to second base, but instead, he doesn't even get any leather on it as it goes right by him for an error.
In now, Kevin Tennis. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Here we go.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding 9 as they enter play here this evening. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
And they were able to put together a good performance in the victory yesterday afternoon, so they'll see if they can keep it going here.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Played on the backhand.
He's out.
He will go to shortstop covering, and they do get the force at second. That was not an easy play. Juan Lopez steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. Right side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery is too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses. Frank Sheehan will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Looking to minimize the damage here. This is in the air to left. Moving under it, Duncan. And the inning is over. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a 1-run ball game. Digging in to try it again, Yogi Duncan. He singled his last time up.
Duncan.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So no runs here, no hits. Greg Blumenthal digs in here for his first appearance. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Duncan will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Now that we have a chance, let's check out how the Rough Riders line up on defense. It's brought to us. Yogi Duncan will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats.
Hey, let her fly, let her fly.
This is lifted into the air out towards center field. Calling for it, Sheehan. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4. Yogi Duncan is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Duncan.
Swinging a ball line hard towards short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Yogi Duncan will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Rodriguez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th. Miguel Garcia will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Duncan ranging back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, these guys were a little bit...
Come on now, fellas.
Miguel Garcia will stand in again, and his at-bat back in the 8th was certainly a big moment in the ball game. A 3-run home run that helped us get to where we are now. Duncan is going to get there. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sac fly as they've come back to tie things in the bottom of the 9th. Frank Sheehan digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Duncan is in pursuit. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. Yogi Duncan comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Yogi Duncan.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen.
Let's go, kid.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. A quick out number 1. Miguel Garcia will come forward now, trying to at least get on base with his guys down to run here in extra innings.
Yeah, I don't think you really need to be swinging for the fences just yet. You just need to find a way to get some guys on base and get that conveyor belt rolling.
Duncan arranged. Tom Riggin strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Duncan over to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Rough Riders stand tall in the saddle. They win it 7-6. Good night, everybody.
6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. They left 11 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the San Antonio Missions and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Yogi Duncan will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. High pop-up. Baker is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. A chance now to take a look.
He's hit 6 home runs in the last 10 games. The baseball must look like a bowling ball with the way he's been crushing it.
The left fielder, number 7, Yogi Duncan.
First pitch on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Adkins moves over. 2 gone. Yogi Duncan stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Smoked on the ground left side. On to first, and the throw goes right by him.
You wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this.
So stepping in, number 5, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Hey, need you right here, kid. Drive something.
Hey, come on now, one time, right here. Need you right here, kid.
Little chopper back his way.
All right, you're here, you're here.
Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. William Baker gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Duncan on the move. And that's the 3rd out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. San Antonio. Yogi Duncan will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Let it fly. Let's go right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to left center field. Adkins ranging back to the track, to the wall. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run shot to left center. 29 home runs for him on the year, as it's now a 3-all ball game. Will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
All right, cool.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Duncan is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for out number 2. Jose Perella stands into
Some
the
people
box.
like to
He's
bake
0
steak
for
turkeys.
2 so
I
far
like
on
to do
one.
this.
Best stuff right here. Put 'em away.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Duncan is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Missions lead it. A tightly contested ball game here, so it makes it hard to find our top player of the game, but I think this fellow right here would seem to be the logical choice.
I like.
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ball game, both of them doubles, and that really paced his guys to the victory.
So check this out, y'all.
So that's a wrap here tonight.
I'm gonna wrap it up for this video.
Eric Karros and Steve Lyons
Like,
and
subscribe,
our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian.
share with your
You've
friends.
been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on
You
over
might
to
get to hear
theshownation.com.
a couple of my friends get on here
The
and we have a
Missions are
roast session, you
victorious
know what I'm
here.
saying?
They win it
We talk about each
4 to
other.
3. Good night, everybody.
But most of all, put God first.
Fans, our final line score.
You can have fun with your life.
Victorious
That's all I can say.
4 runs on 10 hits.
Enjoy.